Hello, Professor Luce, and as well as my fellow classmates. My name is Samantha Zameglio, and I will be discussing why I believe there should be a term limit for Congress. Why does our president have a term limit? However, Congress is not restricted by such rules. According to the amendments of the United States Constitution, the 22nd Amendment, Section 1, states there is a two-term limit on the president's service. Also, whoever was held to the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which another person was elected president shall be elected to the office of president more than once. The president is in charge of our country, but Congress is the one that has the absolute rule. Right now, with Donald Trump as our president, our Congress consists of a mainly Republican party. Most people would see this as a landslide win in favor of the presidential party. According to Federal Times, the terms would give us a legislator that better reflects the diversity of our society. Term limits should be required for a more diverse representation for underrepresented communities in society. Many people have different views on how resources such as funding should be spread across the community for the good of the people. Contrasted views may be controversial. However, they are necessary to meet people's needs and help improve our nation. Various government parties focus on and bring different concerns to the surface. One issue congressional parties have disagreed on is the matter of gun control. In South Carolina alone, there have been 2,573 deaths from guns, whether intentional or not. In agreement with the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. However, there are some contradictory opinions regarding the restrictions of this amendment. The Democratic Party has suggestions of tighter restrictions on the matter, while Republican parties aren't as keen on adjusting the current rules. With a mainly Republican Congress, such as we have right now, there's more of a push for looser restrictions. Another issue that not just South Carolina has, but our country has, is race. According to the website, presidential terms limits are essential to democracy. President Obama delivered a speech on July 28, 2015 about the African Union in Addis Ababa. This event was the first time a U.S. president has ever visited a vital organization. Obama added that the United States is wanting to work with African nations as equal partners because they deserve the dignity of being in control of their own lives. I am choosing race as another important topic because U.S. citizens are taking race out of proportion. I believe that Congress should have a term limit because other people may know a better solution to this significant issue. One question that I have been thinking about to myself is, how would this work out? When I sit and think about this, I think about how the president can only serve 2 terms. This should be a significant factor in trying to limit Congress's term. If our president can only run our country for 2 terms, so should Congress. This also makes me think about how state senators serve up to 6 terms. I believe that they should all have the same term limit. The citizens of this country want to see more progress being made. Our Congress doesn't agree on the same thing, and they will go against our president because they believe he isn't cut out for the job. These are all reasons why I believe that Congress should have a term limit and not just the President of the United States of America. The reason why I brought up race and gun-related issues is that 14,123 people, due to their race, have died. this significant conflict that Congress has overlooked due to their issues or to their differences. Race is something that causes a lot of destruction due to our Congress for not paying attention to what is occurring and only worrying about their political differences. Now, I have 2 questions that my mom and my dad had came up with, but since they are currently working, I wrote them down. One is, how many congressional districts are there in South Carolina? There are currently 7 districts in South Carolina. Joe Cunningham is in the 1st district and he represents the Democrats. Joe Wilson is in the 2nd district and he represents the Republicans. Jeff Duncan is in the 3rd district and he represents the Republicans. In the 4th district, we have William Timmons, who represents the Republicans. In our 5th district, we have Ralph Norman, and he represents the Republicans. In the 6th district, we have Jim Clyburn, and he represents the Democrats. In the last district, we have Tom Rice, and he represents the Republicans. And then the second one is, who is currently the longest congressman that is currently representing South Carolina? What district is he in? Also, what area does that district cover? Well, this is our current longest congressman, and his name is Jim Clyburn. He is in District 6, and this area covers Columbia, South Carolina, sorry. And that will be the end of my speech. Thank you for your time and have a good night. Thank you.